Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game, maybe establish the run? I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offensive coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first?
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape, because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Now Lawrence. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And the Seahawks are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark, because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement, because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
This is the tight end fan. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. Give him 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space. And it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. And Lance now to throw. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The offense schemed going 5 wide, trying to create a chance for the big shot, and they took it. If he comes down with that one, that's a huge offensive swing. But credit the defense with a nice play, knocking that one away.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2, because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Dancing to his left. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
Myers' kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover that plagued it on the last one.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make second down, second and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
On second down, a run with Etienne. And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. How about 25 yards on third down? They'll take it.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Lawrence to throw. And tight coverage there. It's knocked away, incomplete.
Like what I see so far out of this defense because they've been showing their best coverages on third down. So far, only allowed one conversion on a handful of attempts. One area of their game plan that they've executed to perfection.
Boswell's kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. Here's a 4-receiver look now. 3 of those guys out to the right side on 2nd and 8. Off of play action, here's Lance. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Basically, you're not going to outwork two guys very often.
Double coverage. I thought he was going to go somewhere else for the football. I get it. That's a stud wide receiver. You want to try to get him the football.
Yeah, sometimes you rely on him a bit too much. You forget the other options that are out there.
And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
But things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick a down, any down, even third down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs.
Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the second down screen play. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So the ball's moved to about the 1 after the penalty, 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Walker. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Again, Walker, and he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Ken Walker with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Seahawks have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. This is caught. It's Kirk. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Lawrence. So nothing doing there. And that will bring up 2nd down. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Lawrence. Open man is Kirk, complete. The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here. And now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56. You got nothing to run.
They'll bring a tight end in motion left. Looking to throw, Lawrence. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Christian Kirk as the first half is winding down. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. And I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And this is up and good. That'll make it a score now of 24-10. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. Already enjoying a 2-score lead here late in the second quarter. Not a ton of time left. We'll see if they can work this at least into field goal range and try to get 3 to add on even more to their lead. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. So we have come to halftime and what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
On second down, Etienne once more. And they'll stop him after a gain of a couple to the 33. But we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Lawrence. I'm not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Here's Logan Cook now as he'll punt it away for the second time. So possession goes over here on the punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And that went a little too high as it's knocked away and incomplete.
Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on 1st down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Here's Lance. Flushed out right. Throw right side, taken in by Eskridge. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. They'll try for the first with Walker. They find some open field here. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 81 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Lance now on 1st down. He'll spot Eskridge open left side. So the completion good for 7 there, and that'll make it 2nd down. Play action, now it's Lance. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 30. Throwing now is Lance. Catch is made by Metcalf. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a 1st down. Inside 4 minutes to go. 3rd quarter. Up the middle they run. It's Walker. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Kenneth Walker. A 12-yard touchdown run. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Myers connects on the PAT. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field. And we are ready to rock. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. Man open, that's Calvin Ridley. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Jacksonville 1st down on a pickup of 17.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
That's going to be caught by Allie Cox. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Straight ahead, Etienne. And he'll work his way inside the 30 now to the 28. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Looking to throw. Lawrence. Hits his target, the tight end, Mo Alley-Cox. Touchdown, Jaguars! Mo Alley-Cox, his first touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars get a bit closer.
As a general rule, quarterbacks don't want to lock in on a receiver before the ball is snapped. But in this case, based on the matchup he thought he was going to get, it was favorable for his tight end. He locked in on him early and found him for a touchdown.
Extra point now by Boswell. And the lead will be cut down to 14.
Makes the score Seahawks 31, Jaguars 17. Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. Eskridge going to keep this one in the end zone, and they'll start at the 25-yard line. Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. Lance looking to throw it. And, oh, he took that in one-handed. What a grab. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Throwing on first down is Lance. Left side here, that's the tight end Fant. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Lance. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
We sit in quarter number 3 out in Seattle. A 2nd and 10 now. Now Lance. Buying time to his left. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tyson Campbell. And the Jaguars are going to have it here just past the 25. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter. But that Not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now if these guys can turn this turnover into points, things could start getting a little more interesting.
Jamal Adams coming up from his safety spot to make the play. Still 9 yards to go on second down from the 27. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. On 2nd and 9, Lawrence. He'll get this out to the flat for Etienne. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw. Lawrence. Etienne bringing in another one. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. Got to have it. Lawrence. He'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. On 1st down, Lawrence. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
So they keep the ball, but work to do on 2nd and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make 3rd down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big 3rd down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now Lawrence on 3rd and long. And completes it to Kirk over the middle. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Going for it, here's Etienne. And he's got the first down before being taken down at the 46. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. So this drive going to continue following the conversion on 4th. Here's 1st and 10. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Under 4 to go now as they come up on second down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Give it big credit for his coverage right there, because when he saw the route break deep, he stayed in position to prevent a completion while avoiding any risk of a flag.
The offense on third down tonight, they've had their troubles. Just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Lawrence. And able to find Kirk complete. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 33. It's a gain of 13 for number 13, and it gives them a first down. They'll look to throw again. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, these defensive coaches, they sure like what they've got in this rookie corner, and with good reason, as you saw there.
He only cost him a day 2 pick, and a lot of people thought he had first-round ability. But when he was available on draft night, that was one where you didn't need the full time to make the selection. You call that pick in early, and he shows why he was so coveted with that interception there.
And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. 108 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. An ideal spot here to get a first down and try to run some more clock, and this is 2nd and less than a yard. The Lance going to throw. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Now that's into the hands of Mo Alley Cox, the tight end. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. A good start there on this 4th quarter drive. They need more of what we just saw.
Down a couple of scores. There's still time, all right? It's not like, they're totally out of it, but they have to score quickly, and they're going to need some big-time plays, chunk plays, explosive plays. They need yardage on each snap.
Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on 2nd down. Looking to throw. Lawrence. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Lawrence. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, obviously, Charles, this stage of the game, down 2 scores, they had to put the football in the air. Unfortunately, it gets picked off.
And the criticism comes easily in situations like this, but you just laid it out. Look where they are on the scoreboard. Look at where the clock is in the game. He has to take a chance here and try and get the ball downfield to his receivers. Unfortunately, it was picked off. I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
52 blaster. You don't blink.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Lance, throw out wide to Walker. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. On play action, Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. It's a big play there for Seattle. 45 yards. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's brought down. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now Lance again. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
They may be snapping the ball near the goal line, but all you're thinking defensively, keep them out of the end zone. Force the incompletion, force them into going for 3, and not giving up 6.
So an incomplete pass a moment ago, and that leads to 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. They'll try and run. Walker. Boy, no chance as he was met and dropped behind the line there. Well, CD, for the losing side, they had opportunities in this one, but big plays just didn't go their way, especially late, and they have to suffer the L here.
It certainly felt like that takeaway, once it happened, it knocked the wind out of their sails, and they just couldn't get their equilibrium back.
So for the Seahawks, their strong September has carried over to October as they move to 5-0. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Panthers next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll look to get back on the beam next week as they host the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Seahawks here as we say so long from Seattle.